Hello YouTube, Dan Kovacs here. I'm just doing a quick little video to show off a neat little program I found on the internet that lets you play video files on a Commodore Amiga. And it actually will allow you to play these files on a completely unexpanded Amiga, so something like an Amiga 500 or 600 with 2 megabytes of RAM and a hard drive, as long as the hard drive can meet the data throughput requirements of the video, which I think is 400 kilobits per second. It'll play these videos, and it's like an AVI format. Now, you'll notice I have the system open right now, and the reason I have that is I just wanted to quickly show everybody what I'm using for a hard drive in this. I find this gives very, very good data transfer because it's a solid state device, and it is just a 4 gigabyte compact flash card in a compact flash to IDE converter. So this is my setup. A lot of Amiga 1200 owners have something similar, and I'm just going to pop the case back closed here. I usually leave the screws out because I'm always pulling this card out and sticking it in my PC to move files back and forth. So I got that in there now. I have open on my computer here just a shell, and it shows what's in the computer. I ran the show config tool, and it shows that I have a 68030 with a floating point unit and memory management. The latter of the two aren't used at all with this program. And I have confirmed, I posted in an earlier YouTube video that I was curious to know what the CPU does when this video player is running, and it turns out that it's actually taxing the CPU pretty hard. That's on the emulator. I don't know what it does on a real Amiga. So let's just see what we have here. And I'm gonna just stop this because I appear to have killed the system. I'll pause this and be right back. So I'm back. I think I got my problem sorted out. I have a SIM in here, and it's very, very fidgety. I think it might be the contacts either on the SIM or the expansion card I have it on. If I jostle the computer at all while the power is on, I have to literally unseat the SIM and reseat it again in order to get it to unfreeze and boot back up. So keep our fingers crossed that this works. I'm sure it will. So I have a great video here that shows off exactly how good this looks. Now, this is going to be playing in 12 bits per pixel, 4096 colors, at 12 frames per second, at a resolution of 320 by 200 pixels, with 8-bit stereo sound. Now, you might be saying to yourself, that's not very impressive, but you have to bear in mind the age of this technology. The original Amiga 1000 came out in 1985. This was sort of designed with an Amiga 600 in mind, which came out in 1991. And this is running on an Amiga 1200 that's expanded circa 1992. So for its time, this is quite impressive. Now, this ham video format and the player uses the hold and modify video mode, and it only came out a few years ago. Somebody came up with this. I think they coded it in assembly language. It's quite impressive. Take a look. So your full screen video, full color, 12 frames per second. No clouds in my stones. Let it rain. I hide the plane in the bank coming down like a Dow Jones. When the clouds come, we go. I'll just turn this down a wee bit. This video was converted on a Windows PC, of course, and first thing I did was I downloaded the video from YouTube, and it was in the Flash video format. I used a free program called FLV to AVI to convert it into a an XVID format video that could be read easily by Virtual Dub. Now, once I load it into Virtual Dub, I set it to shrink the video to 320 by 200, and because the aspect ratio is a little differently, it comes in a little bit under that. So I use a setting on there to pardon me, crop the video and letterbox it to 320 by 200. I also have it drop the frame rate to 12 frames per second, and the output format is 16-bit 555. That's very important because the encoder I use to convert this file expects the AVI file to be in that format. So, having done that, the next step is to save the WAV file. And it's going to save it at 16-bit 44 kilohertz or 48 kilohertz, whatever the standard for CD quality audio is. Then I also save the AVI, the converted AVI, out to the right frame rate, bit depth, size, and so on. Then I load the WAV file into a bitrate changer. I can't remember the name of the file or program I'm using, but there's tons of them out there, and I just drop it down to 22 kilohertz stereo 8-bit and save the WAV file. Then I use the packaged DOS program, well, I think it's designed to run under Windows, called AVI 4HV, and it expects your input to be in the right format. It'll ask if you want to dither the video. It'll even pop open a conversion window showing the video conversion, which actually happens really, really fast. Now, this is about a 4-minute video. The output size of the video is about 180 megabytes. It's uncompressed. Now, I'll just go back down here and you can see while it's playing the video, the hard drive is going pretty much non-stop. So, anyways, back to this. Brianna's absolutely beautiful, so this is one of my favorite music videos of hers. Yeah, pretty neat stuff. So my next goal is to get a hold of a larger SD card, not an SD card, compact flash. 32 gigabytes, 64 gigabytes, something larger. Figure out how to get that size of card to work on an Amiga, because the standard file system only allows you to have drives up to 4 gigabytes in size. So you can, with other file systems, go larger. So that's going to be one of my upcoming projects. Then I'll be able to fit whole movies on this thing. You ask, why do I spend my time doing this? Well, my answer to that is because I can. I enjoy playing around with things like this. And had I have seen this when I was initially shopping for an Amiga computer back when I was a teenager, it would have just blown my mind. It still kind of impresses me today. So, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or requests, post comments below the video. And have yourselves all a good day.